Alright, so in this video we'll be covering how to do simple and adverb-based negation in French in general basis. For being able to do adverb-based negation, it is very important that you know what is the negative version of some specific words in French. Starting with quelqu'un, we have no, verb, personne. So the verb is basically surrounded around by no and person instead of the normal no pas. I take the different pen color because that is quite really not legible. Yeah, that was. Then, toutes les one, all the world. This ultimately also takes the same as above, that is no verb person. That the verb is placed between no and person instead of no pa. Two also takes the very same no understood where the verb then placed and person. Then we have telt issues. Telt issues states no understood rien. Same with tooth, no understood rien. Then tooth issues, no understood rien. Telt part and partooth, no understood null part. Partooth we have same as above, understood null part. With toujours, that is always, we have no understood jamais. With souvent, we have no understood pas souvent. With déjà, we have no understood pas encore, meaning not yet. Encore yet means no plus. Again, you can just mind the accents on your own self. Since I am typing this in doodle dots, it is a little, well, not preferable to apply accents everywhere. Right in the English style keyboard, that is. And you then take care of the tolerance also yourself. Now we will get into the rules of adverb-based narration. There are 5 main rules that are to be primarily followed when doing adverb-based narration in French. First one being indefinite articles. That is un, yun, and this change to de or d apostrophe except the verb être. In all other verbs, indefinite articles always change to de or d apostrophe while doing the negation. Then, well, we then take upon the definite articles at the same time. Definite articles, instead of changing like the indefinite articles, have a little bit of difference to them. Definite articles generally, just like indefinite articles in être, do not show change. Over here, one more thing that you can remember, indefinite articles also accompanies partitive articles. Partitive articles. These are also changed to de and d apostrophe except the verb être. In partitive articles, we have the, la, you, the apostrophe, and ds, which has already been repeated. Following the head, in rule number 3 of adverb-based negation, we have to remember that in the case, the sentence we have, imperative sentences have the negative adverb as the subject. So if you have a sentence that was say starting with quelqu'un, it will continue to have personne at the start instead of after the verb. So personne, then any verb there is, and before the verb we put no. So personne, no, verb. That will be the structure that is followed in the negative sentence. For example, I just write it for you. Personne, no, verb, or rien, no, verb. Then, in the fourth rule, we have to always remember that when we have the nini structure, that I want this or that, or I want this and that, or you or et, when it is turned to negative, it changes to no, verb, ni, object 1, ni, object 2. And before here and here, there is no article. That all the articles say it was I don't want dirty, later, or it was, well, water, you. Then both of those articles when changed into ni structure, voudrais, ni, te, ni, ou. So ultimately both the articles that were preceding the two objects in this case have been removed, and that is to be always followed in the Nini structure. And at last we have the rule that when we have sentences in French that are in the positive sense and are changed to negative with tous and toutes les mondes, that is the plural version, they change to their singular version. So if we have toutes les mots sont something something anything, they are, all the world are, then when we change this to us, we say no one is. So ultimately everyone has now changed to no one. So there is a shift from plural tense to the singular tense. Therefore, it is a very important necessity that in sentences with tout and toutes les mondes, we change. Oh, my apologies. Instead of toutes les mondes, it is toutes les shoes, which I have written over here. So this and this in both cases changes to the singular version of itself. That is all there is to negation. Normal negation rules we have learned over 6th class and 7th class still follow, and there is no difference in those specific rules. So referring to this, you can easily ensure that you get full marks in your negation question of the board examination. Thank you so much.